Good evening. Hopefully you've got a few minutes and can join us here as we preview some of our pigs that will be offered on Sunday in our 5th annual Grand Drive Show Pig Sale. The sale will be at 1:30 on Sunday here at the farm. We'll have about 90 head of pures and crosses. With the COVID-19 situation, we're doing this preview. We will have the pigs all penned tomorrow, starting at noon for people to come. We've got a number of families that have made appointments. We encourage you, if you don't feel comfortable being here on Sunday, you want to come through the pigs tomorrow, give us a call or text us this evening and set up a time, or tomorrow morning, set up a time tomorrow so we can keep the groups small. We'll have them all penned. They'll all have their lot numbers on them. We'll have sale catalogs for you, and we'll go through them with you one-on-one. On Sunday morning, we'll have the pigs in the pens by 10:30, and they'll be ready to be viewed. The sale will start at 1:30. The sale will be webcast live with live online bidding with Dan Willoughby. Go to wlivestock.com and register for a bidder number. And I encourage you to do that this evening or tomorrow if you intend to use the internet bidding that we're offering this year. That way we've got some people from quite a distance that have expressed interest. Plus we can keep the crowd down. We've added a little more seating this year along the sides. We're going to try to spread out, and if we do get a large number of people here, we'll probably ask you to look through the pigs and kind of wait outside. And, if you've got a pig that comes in later in the sale order, to try to keep the social distance that the CDC recommends as we're going through this issue with the COVID-19 virus. So we think this is by far the best set of pigs we've ever put together. And we're just going to highlight a few of those here for you this evening. I think we got about 30 some of them we're going to run through here, various breeds and crosses. We're going to start out, we've got a couple of spots. We're going to start the sale with spots and then move on through. The gelt here, the 707's her ear tag. She is a Keep Quiet, which is for that we've used in the past and is doing real well. And she's out of a female we bought from Taylor Farr at the exposition. Her mother, extremely wide-faced, extremely thick and stout, a little shorter back. We bought her to make barrows for the Southwest U.S. And this gelt, definitely, if you want to play in the spot ring, I think she's got some tremendous potential, whether it be at a state fair or as a breeding gelt at Exarban in the spot breeding gelt. Really a thick-made, stout gelt there. This darker colored gelt here, tag 697. She's an emancipation. We used a lot of that boar last fall. Unfortunately, they just lost him here a couple of weeks ago. He's a boar that Kirby Joy in Nebraska and the Tricks boys in Iowa used and had tremendous success. I believe he was the second high boar in the spots for points for boar of the year. Her mother is the $8,000 Livermore sow that we purchased from the Caldwell kids when she was the champion spot in the reserve overall at Expo 2 years ago. Tremendous sow, does a great job in the crate. Tremendous female. This gelt's really got some potential. If you want to have a fun summer showing a spot and then put her in the crate, make a sow out of her, don't hesitate on this one. I think there are two really outstanding spot females here. A couple of different ways you can go, but I think either one of them for Exarban or a state fair, a breed by breed. And for those of you South Dakotans, remember our state fair is no longer terminal, and we do have a breeding gilt show. First time for breeding gilts, and so either one of these could be one that find their way to the backdrop quite easily, in my opinion. They're stout, featured, big-legged, sound, big body. Got a couple of spot barrows, purebred barrows. All the purebreds will have papers. So we've got 2 barrows here. Ear tag is 708, and the other one is 696. The 708 barrow is a little bit lighter colored barrow here. And I've got the whip on. Here's an emancipation. And he is out of a daughter that we say, the replacement gilt that we kept out of the first litter of the Loudermilk gilt that we purchased 2 years ago at Summer Type Conference. She was champion gilt, shown by the Bennington family, bred by Loudermilks, and she was a Scorpion, and we bred her to Saving Grace and kept the daughter in her first litter, and this would be a granddaughter of the Summer Type 2017 Summer Type Conference champion. This would be this barrel would go back to her. The other barrel is the 696 barrel. He's a litter mate to the gilt that was just in here. That's out of the Loudermilk sow, the $8,000 junior champion spot at Exposition that we purchased from the Caldwell kids 2 years ago. Tremendous pedigree. You've got Fast and Loud by Loudmouth and the Emancipation on the top side. I think both these barrels have tremendous potential to really play hard wherever you want to run with them in the spot ring, whether it be state fair, Exarban. You might have to hold them a little bit for Exarban, but I think if they manage right, they can do that. And if you wanted to go to Des Moines to the Team Purebred with a lightweight barrel, I think, boy, these two guys, either one of these guys would be really competitive there in mid-July in Des Moines, the Team Purebred and the CPS type conference in Des Moines this summer. So it's a little closer than going to Illinois for us. And I'd really encourage somebody, if you want to go to a national show, get involved in Team Purebred or NJSA. The Team Purebred, there's a lot of activities that go on during the course of the week. Besides the pig show, there's showmanship, there's a skill-a-thon, there's a host of other activities. That's a great time for young people to get to network and get to know some other people with similar interests. And I think these two barrels, you have a lot of fun with either one of these on show day. All those spots are born in about the second week of February. Now we're going to switch gears and we're going to go to hamps. These are 25th of January's. These are the oldest pigs we've got in the offering. We're really high on these hamps. These two gilts, to me, they exemplify what the Hampshire breed is all about. A larger scaled hog, plenty of shape and muscle, structurally sound, tall fronted, feminine front on these. They look like the gilt should look, and believe me, they will go to the crate and they will do the job. Their mother is one of the gilts we purchased from Days in Oklahoma at the National Barrel Show. And if you want maternal ability, these have them bred in it. The first litter gilt went to the crate fair, all unassisted on her own in about an hour and 30 minutes. And a litter of 8 and raised 8 of them. They are sired by the Boar Inspired. He was the champion at the National Barrel Show that Ron and Marsha Iverson from Iowa drove, and I believe it was 16,000 landed him at Kane Super Sires. We were really interested in owning a piece of that boar, and we weren't successful, so we decided to buy semen from Kane's and use him, and we're very, very high on these. We've had a lot of calls on these. We had one of these gilts on Facebook. This is the 675 ear tag is the 1.7, and the 674 ear tag is the 1.6 gilt. I think either one of these, if you're serious about showing a Hampshire gilt in a breeding show, whether it be if take them to Louisville, to the NJSA, in July there, the first week of July, over the 4th of July, or if you want to go to Exarban in late September with a 345, 50-pound hand gilt that's ready to go home and get bred, these two will do the trick for you. I've had a number of phone calls. We're really high on these gilts. We're probably foolish for offering both of them, but we're going to offer. We've got enough Hampshire females. We've got 4 females from Days plus a couple others. So we're going to offer all of the Hamp pigs in this litter. We're not going to keep any. We're going to go right back on their mother with Inspired again, and probably keep a replacement on that next farrowing. But we think these are heavy enough structure for a Hamp, got exceptional underlines. I think they're really, really outstanding Hamp gilts. There's a couple of Hamp litter mate barrels. It'd be tag 669. It'd be this barrel, the 671. 671 is probably a little bit stouter featured, a little bit thicker made barrel, extremely long hip, sound. They track wide, they're opened up in the chest floor, and if you want to go to the South Dakota State Fair and really do some serious competitive competing in the Hamp thing, there haven't been a lot of Hamp barrels in the past, and I tell you what, I think these two guys, you feed and manage them right, they can find their way to the champion backdrop in that Hamp thing quite easily. They're long enough body, they're deep ribbed, they got some natural curvature to that rib cage, they're deep in the flank, and they're opened up, coming at you. They hit the ground square, they're not toeing in, they're not toeing out, they're not coming in at the knee. I think they're really, really, really good Hamp barrels. We really seriously debated about leaving one of these intact, but decided that for us, the barrel market's probably the better way to go rather than the board. Just a note, if there's a young person on those Hamp gilts, you want to have fun showing all summer, the National Barrel Show in Austin, Minnesota, that second week of September, is an excellent place to market and merchandise some of these gilts. There's a junior show there on Sunday, and then the open show and sale on Tuesday, and it's an excellent place. We've had a number of past customers that have gone there and done very well with their gilts, and any of the gilts, these front end gilts, they're breeding quality. If you buy them, we will help you merchandise them. When you're done, if you want to merchandise them, we will try to assist you. Last year we sent gilts to Texas after the 4-inchers were done, and to Ohio, and to Indiana. And we just put the word out there, and we help the young people get them merchandised. And that's one way to get a return on your investment. Most all of them got quite a bit more than they ever had invested in the gilt plus the feed, so it's a good deal. Switching gears here, we got a couple of Berkshire barrows. Tag 677 is the close one to the camera. the 678. They're litter mates. They're out of Go West and Shipley's. And they're out of a two-tone, non-typical female that we purchased at Expo a number of years ago. She was bred by Heimers, and she's done an exceptional job. We had barrows and gilts in the Southwest this year that were out of her that we sold last fall, last summer's litter in Texas and Oklahoma that did very, very well. And I think these two barrows are kind of carbon copies of what those pigs were. They're stout featured, they're wide, they're square, they're big rib, they're growing well. I think these are some Burke barrows that if you want to show a breed barrel, and remember these pigs all are nominated for the South Dakota Born Award money, which pays $250 for the highest placing nominated pig at the State Fair or the Market Hog Show. And we've been fortunate. 2 out of the 3 years we've had the champion Burke barrel, and those people went home with $250, and we will match that. So those young people got $250 from the swine breeders, and we gave them $250, part of our rewards program. So they went home with $500, plus they still have the value of their hog, where this year, being non-terminal, you can take those home, harvest them for your own use, or sell them to someone for their freezer, and still have a successful summer project. We got some we got cross gilts coming next. Cross gilt to cross barrel, you bring both of them, they're litter mates. These are 2 litter mates, crossbreds. They're a little chewed up. When we moved from the nursery to the chip farm here about a couple of weeks ago, they decided to fight with their pen mates, and they just never gave up. I mean, they fought and fought and fought, and they still once in a while they'll get healed off, those scabs. Don't let that scare you. I think this barrel's got a tremendous amount of potential. They're 13th of February's. They're sired by Obsession at Warren Brothers down in Iowa. I think this barrel, if there's anybody in Minnesota looking for going to run to the Minnesota State Fair or the Minnesota Junior Barrel Classic, I think this guy's got the right parts and pieces. Tremendously heavy bone, square to the ground, opened up, reads with plenty of muscle shape. I think he's just an exceptional cross barrel. The litter mate, she's a little more refined, the gilt, but here's one that if you want to show an all-black breeding gilt, I think she could really fit the bill there. She's not quite as powered up, which makes her a little more oriented towards the breeding gilt project, but 2 tremendous crossbreds. Again, they're out of Obsession, and they're out of the sow that we bought as a gilt from Bob Schulte's in Oklahoma, a standout, a main event, tremendous female, cross female that we've got. This is her 5th litter, and tremendous pigs out of this litter that we're going to offer here. These 2 really, really impress me. And I think you'll find this barrel will, if you want to hang a banner this summer with a crossbred barrel, I think he's definitely got the potential to do that. So we got a crossbred barrel in here and a Berkshire gilt. We'll talk about the Berkshire gilt first. Her ear tag is 683. She is, again, she's a litter mate to the Burke barrows that were just through here. She's a Go West and a 2-tone non-typical. Tremendous pedigree there. I think this one, you want a Berkshire female to show as a breeding gilt. She's got the right parts and pieces to make a tremendous breeding gilt project, one that'll be very easily marketable when you're done showing. Market her to someone for a sow if you're not farrowing any pigs yourself. We got ear tag number 501 is the crossbred barrow that's in here. And he's an 11th of February. His mother is an X-ray vision, my turn. One of the females that we raised here that's done a tremendous job, cross female. He is out of the board tequila. At lean value, we use tequila on a number of cross sows. Very impressed with these pigs. They're very functional. They're stout featured. They're heavy, heavy muscle, really wide body. They're probably a little bit shorter, short back. If you want a shorter back barrow that's stout, rugged, big-legged, square to the ground, and really busted open from front to back, this one here needs to be on your short list. 501 is his number. Okay, we got crossbred gilts, a crossbred gilt, a crossbred barrow. The belted one is the gilt, the chromed up one is the barrow. The gilt's tag is 508. This is another tequila on a sow, a cross sow that we raised here, we call Roxy. She's really, really a wide, thick-made female, and she passed that on to these pigs. This gilt is kind of, she does a standout in the litter all along. Really, really opened up. Really a neat pattern. Really balanced well. Really correct in her angles. The 516 barrel is a tequila, and on a high stakes visionary sow, gilt, it's your first litter gilt that we out of our replacement pen. And this guy was a standout in the crate at about 5-6 days old. He just kind of, every time you walked up and looked at the litter, he caught your eye. He's naturally up-headed, he's opened up in the chest board, got plenty of muscle shape, and plenty of balance and design to be really, really competitive. When you like one that strides out, free and easy, heavy bone, you need to have him on your list. This number, again, is 516. Yep. Again, for any of you that are watching, we are offering delivery, not to exceed $75 a pig, down I-29 to Kansas City, and then down I-35 to Oklahoma City, probably a week from now. So those of you, my Oklahoma friends that have been talking and asking questions about these hogs, that's an option. There's another option would be possible, a trailer going to Texas. We're going to work to coordinate delivery and keep the price for delivery reasonable. And we'll set that up. If you get some of these pigs that need a ride south, we'll sure try to get that all coordinated. Got a couple of blue crosses here. Got a barrow here, the predominantly all blue. There's a barrow, it's tag 523, and the gilt that's got the belt is tag 526. They are out of Dirty Sancho down at Cornerstone Ventures in Texas. I saw some dirty Sancho pigs earlier last fall when I took pigs to Texas. I was impressed with them, and I reached out to Cornerstone Ventures down there and got some semen ordered on him. And their mother is a blurred vision, undeniable. Really, really good cross sow that we've had here for a number of years. I believe this is her 7th litter. And so really, really designed right. Great big hip, wide pin set on that barrel. And you've got to love that unique blue color. The gilt, she could go either way as a breeding gilt or a market gilt. The cross barrel, I think if you want to be competitive with a cross barrel come Labor Day weekend in Huron, this guy can get you there very, very easily. Again, they are 523 and 526. They are 13th of February by Dirty Sancho. Back to some purebreds. Got a couple of Duroc barrows here. The Durocs are sired by Special K. The boar we used a year ago had tremendous success. The pigs out of him did extremely well. We had several gilts that did some winning last summer that were out of Special K, and we went back and used him. These are on the next chapter, Bear Claw sow. Goes back as a gilt we bought from Downard Smith. These red barrows are designed right, they're structurally sound, they've got more than enough muscle shape, and yet they're square and true to the ground, and they don't, when they come at you, they're really square and they're opened up. I think they're powered up for red hogs. I think these guys go on and do some real nice things for you. If you're looking for a Duroc barrel project, these two need to really have some serious consideration. Again, like I say, they're on a Special K, a boar we've used for 2 years. Had gilt that the Bergraff family showed that did real well. And we marketed her, helped them market her, and she went to Texas. And the Dickoff family had a tremendous summer with a Special K gilt that did a lot of winning for them, and ended up back here because we lost her mother. And that one, we bought that one back, which we don't very often do, but we had the misfortune of losing that Duroc sow that they were out of, and so we opted to buy a daughter back. These are the two gilts that we're going to offer. Two of the gilts, Duroc gilts. Their ear tags are 694 and 693. And again, they're Special K, next chapter, bear claws. They're heavy structured. Got one that's a little bit smaller statured, but real nice design, level, balanced, square hip, wide in their pin set, big hips in them. I think they're really good Durocs. I think they very much resemble the Special K pigs that we had a year ago that did very well for everybody that purchased them. Going to bring the final three of the evening. Nope. Got some Yorks here. These are all litter mates. Got one gilt and 2 barrels in here. They're out of my tie. They're out of a cause and effect on a polar bear sow that's done very, very well for us. We raised her as a gilt, and we kept her, and she's done a very good job of raising pigs for us. I think these guys, they've got the right design. They're big-bodied Yorks. They've got ample bone underneath, and they're square to the ground. They're strong in their pasterns. They're not down like a lot of Yorks are in their pasterns. These guys, you know, you just keep feeding them. They're going to get better every day. They're going to gain. They're going to have a lot of muscle shape when you're done, and I think they'll be very competitive. Two cross gilts here. These are ear tag 513 and 514. 14 would be this one here. 13 would be that one. They're dirty Sanchos. We use them on several sows. This is on a handout by Blue Smoke. First litter gilt. It did a really good job in the crate. You can see the extension on the front end. She's very extended, very clean fronted, long neck, well-designed sow, and she definitely stamped her offspring the same way. They're very, very elegant fronted females. You're looking for a breeding gilt to show. Crossbred breeding gilt at Exarban or at State Fair in South Dakota or any of the other states that have a mid-August to late August state fair. I think these would be very, very competitive. They're designed right, they're big top, they're level, and yet they're feminine and they look like a breeding gilt. There'll be a cross barrel. The blue barrel would be a litter mate to the 2 gilts that were just in here. His ear tag's 510. He'd be a dirty Sancho handout. Blue Smoke, extremely well designed barrel. Got a lot of shape to him. Really, really square to the ground. And then we've got the tag number is 489. The cross barrel, the predominantly white barrel. And he is a diamond heist on a Blue Smoke my turn. A little bit, probably more conventional, not quite as short and stocky, bigger frame hog, plenty of muscle shape, tracks really good, really true. Just a bigger outline, larger frame kind of hog that if you want one that's going to be easy feeding, he's going to be a real easy feeder. He just loves to eat. This guy is always at the feeder. These pigs are on a sun glow grind and mix rations. We will have some of that feed available for you to take home to purchase so you can transition them to whatever your feeding program is. Again, the sale is on Sunday at 1:30. Live internet bidding on WLivestock.com. Go ahead if you're looking to do that. you need to go to their website, wlivestock.com, tonight or tomorrow, and get signed up for a bidder number if you don't already have an account with them. They will webcast the sale with live internet bidding to allow you to stay at home and social distance in this time of the COVID-19 pandemic. And we're very hopeful that this thing will get over and we will have a successful summer show season. But just in case that things don't change and there are no shows, we are offering what we call our Pandemic Peace of Mind Assurance Program. If you purchase one of the hogs in our sale for over $500, anything over $500, any pig over $500, if there are no shows and you're not able to show that pig, we will credit you back for a purchase next year for any amount over the $500. So example, if you've got a gilt for $750 and there are no shows for the entire summer, which we are I'm very doubtful that'll be to that degree, but just in case, and that $750, you would receive a $250 buying credit next year. Just to give you a little assurance that we feel that we want to help you make those decisions and not be afraid to come and purchase the pigs. And I guess, like I said in the letter that went out, the pig project for a 4-H'er or FFA youth is, if there is something they like to do, let's not change that and not give them a pig to work with this summer just because you might be afraid that they won't get to show it. There's a lot of lessons learned in the barn. There's a lot of lessons learned from showing, from working with your parents or the breeder or whoever your mentor is in this show pig thing. And I think it's a very, very worthwhile project for young people to have, and it opens a lot of doors, especially if they get involved in things like Team Purebred or NJSA. We will have Jeff Morris with the CPS, breed fieldman, is here. He's helped go through these pigs tonight and look at them. He will be here on Sunday for the sale. Feel free to reach out to him or myself with any questions. If you prefer to have someone handle bids for you rather than bidding online, we can handle that as well. Jeff can help make selections. If you can't be here, myself, we've had a number of people in the past that have not been able to attend, and we made the selections for them, and they were very happy. So again, we hope to hear from you, see you bidding online, or see you here tomorrow to look through the pigs, make a selection, or be here on Sunday. Again, the sale begins at 1:30 on Sunday, webcast on wlivestock.com. So with that, good night everyone, and hope to hear from you and see you here in the next 2 days. Thank you.